Radon exposure is the second leading cause of lung cancer, which is the deadliest form of the disease in our state.
As lawmakers begin this year's legislative session during what also happens to be National Radon Action Month, KCCI investigates what legislation could be introduced to help Iowans protect themselves as part of our State of Cancer series.
Iowa, our state is known for feeding the world, but we've also learned what's underneath our bountiful soil can be deadly.
We know that it kills 400 people a year.
Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas found in all corners of our state. 70% of homes have levels above what the EPA considers safe.
We're not stopping the efforts that myself, Austin, and others have put in place in the House as far as radon mitigation.
Amongst many advocates in our state when it comes to helping Iowans fight radon, Representatives Hans Wills of Ottumwa, a Republican, and Austin Baith of Des Moines, a Democrat, are considered a dynamic duo.
We joined at the same time, so this will be our fourth year together.
Both carry the scars of cancer in different ways. Wills shared his with us in late May.
My mother had breast cancer as I was in her womb, decided to pass on the radiation treatments, went blind during that process, had me, didn't see me, could run her fingers through my curly hair. Probably the strongest reason for me is my mother, for sure.
And Baith, a doctor.
I had a patient with lung cancer who didn't smoke. And he suspects, as the science would suggest, that radon is the cause. And he's not with us anymore. And I would love to be able to tell his family that we took their pain and their tragedy and made it into a positive and helped to protect other people from experiencing the same fate.
In 2025, their bipartisan efforts helped get multiple radon mitigation bills through the House. Only one made it all the way through the State House. It provided $20,000 to give Iowans more than 1,300 free radon tests.
And those tests were completely gone through in 2 months.
Yeah.
2 months. So there's certainly the demand out there.
Cody Smith is the Director of Climate Initiatives at the Iowa Environmental Council, a nonprofit, nonpartisan alliance that works to protect and preserve Iowa's environment. It will soon release its comprehensive report on environmental risk factors of cancer, which includes 16 pages on radon. He says that every test that informs an Iowa family of risk is a win, but
it is progress, but very limited progress. What I see when I look at that testing is that it showed us that it's a possibility, that this could be a bipartisan focus in addressing Iowa's high cancer rates.
Smith says the IEC wants the state to ramp up efforts, in part by establishing a standard for radon-resistant new construction that counties could opt into, allocating $120,000 to testing, establishing a point-of-sale rebate for residents to install mitigation systems, and educating the most vulnerable, smokers who are exposed to radon, about the risks.
This problem's not going away.
Neither are Baith and Wills. They plan to continue their work, coming out of the gates with a bill that already passed through the House in 2025. Which would require all new residential builds to have a passive mitigation system.
So that bill still is live as HF 82, I believe, when it started in the House. And although home builders say that 90% of the homes they build are already like that, there's 10% that aren't.
The truth of the matter is it takes sometimes 3 to 5 years for even really good bills to become law. And so I think we have a really good base that we've started with. And I think this year it's really trying to convince some of our colleagues on the Senate side to take this up.
Both lawmakers say getting a second radon bill across the finish line would be winning a battle, but still a long way to go in the war against cancer.
And it is possible we could see a bill offering protections for renters, which failed to get through either chamber last year, or other radon-related legislation once lawmakers get back together and the session revs up. Wills and Baith say talk to your lawmaker if you want them to consider radon legislation. There's also help on the way thanks to a big chunk of money Iowa HHS applied for folks in rural parts of our state to test and mitigate for radon. We'll have more on that later this month here on KCCI.